Sagittarius, hello. Thanks for tuning in. It's Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. And this is your October reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius placements. And it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for all of you. There are 3 parts to the reading today. And you may not find that all 3 parts resonate. So I would ask that you just take what seems to make sense for your situation, and if it's not at all resonating, there are many other excellent readers who probably have your October forecast. And this just isn't it. So we are going to look for October at the question of your forward progress in your personal growth and how you can shift things in October to move you a little further along toward your purpose. So we have first, we're going to look at, sorry, this is bothering me. I have to straighten that out a little bit. Pardon me. We're going to look first at the question of what Sagittarius can shed, because I think that this time of year, in the northern part of the northern hemisphere at any rate, the trees are all shedding leaves and they're getting themselves ready for the next phase of their cyclical experience of life, late fall, winter, and they don't need leaves for that. And so we're going to ask Spirit to give us some guidance for Sagittarius, about 5 cards, as to what it is that you're ready to shed and what it is that you would rightfully be shedding now to make room, letting something go to make room for the things that you need to focus on going forward, making space for who you're meant to be in the next phase of your personal growth journey. And we're just going to ask Spirit to give us 3 more cards for Sagittarius. We've got a couple already. I'm going to just cool my energy down here a little bit. It's getting pretty frenetic there. I feel like maybe your head is swimming, Sagittarius. There's a lot going on in there. It's gotten to be quite a busy fall already, even though it's only a couple days old. And you're a little bit nervous about this reading. You feel like you're already really burdened and you can't really take much more on. There's one in here that flipped over and a couple here. Okay. So take a deep breath, Sagittarius. Take a deep breath, because this reading is meant to help, okay? It's not meant to overwhelm you. It's not meant to put more things on your to-do list. We have 5 cards now to address what you can shed, things you can let go. And when you let things go, you will have more room for what you really need to be focusing on in order to grow, the things that will take you closer to a sense of fulfillment in your life. Now we're going to ask Spirit to give us 5 cards, please, to help Sagittarius understand where they're shifting their focus to. As they're shedding and they're making room, where is the focus meant to go? What is going to help them move along and progress on their life path? People or activities or engaging feeling will help Sagittarius this month of October as they move forward. What can we get? A couple more, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius. 1 more, please, for Sagittarius. Just 1 more card. Help Sagittarius understand where they're shifting their focus in October. Getting wound up again. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Sagittarius, breathe with me. In and out. It's all good. I know you're feeling overwhelmed. I can feel it. It's wrapping around me like a snake. It's all good, Sagittarius. There is enough. This is maybe a mantra that you can use this month of October, Sagittarius. There is enough time, energy, and resource for me to do and be everything I am meant to do and be. There is enough time and energy and resource for me to do and be everything I am meant to do and be. One more deep breath and let it out. There you go. All right. We're going to take 2 more cards, and these have to do with your purpose. No, stay calm, stay calm. You don't have to have it all figured out. That's why I'm here. We're going to pick a couple more cards from Spirit, please. We're not picking, we're asking Spirit to give us a couple more cards just to give us a little bit more of a view into our purpose, whether you know what your purpose is already, you just need a little bit of guidance, or if you have no idea, and that's totally okay too, what your purpose is. All right, we've got 3 cards here instead of 2. Oh, well, we'll take them all. Why not? Okay, so we have our cards. We have all of our cards, and we are going to look at them line by line. All right, so we'll do some clarifying cards as well if we need to. We have first out of the gate here, Sagittarius, the Ace of Swords. There's some clarity coming. There's a sense, I shouldn't say coming. So these are things you're this is the row about what you'll be shedding in October. So it's possible that that clarity hasn't arrived yet, but it's also equally likely that you have, in fact, had a breakthrough of some sort recently, and something's become quite clear for you where it wasn't before. So it could be a situation where you have been in a muddled place and could not figure out something, and now it's clear what it all means. Or you may not have even known that you weren't clear, but now something has come, a breakthrough has happened, and you're clear on something that you weren't before. Not sure what yet. Let's see what else we have. We have next the Magician. This is all about manifesting what you want in this world. There is also potentially a note here of creation. So you're creating what you want. You're bringing it, calling it into existence. It could be speaking to a sense of excitement, potentially understanding that new things are possible for you. Maybe that's what we're feeling here. You've had a breakthrough, and you're clear now that what's possible for you is so much more than you had previously thought. In fact, so much more that it's 9 of Pentacles good. And that 9 of Pentacles energy is all about rewards. Feeling really pleased with yourself because you have earned luxury. You've earned something really great. And the Wheel of Fortune comes in next, and it's talking about how cycles shift and change. I feel like in this case, you've had you've had a windfall of some sort, maybe a bonus, or you got a new job offer at a salary you couldn't have anticipated before. And it's really opened your mind to this sense that you can manifest these things. You have that power in you, and maybe you doubted it before, Sagittarius. But it's starting to become clear as that wheel turns that you not only deserve great things, fantastic things, you can bring them to yourself when you believe and you put in the effort. You can achieve the outcome that you want. So the Mother of Wands, which is a Queen of Wands energy for this deck, the Wild Unknown Tarot, is that determination quality. You're feeling joy because you're being rewarded for your effort here. But this is letting you know, it's great. It's great you're feeling that joy. But there's so much more out there. You have the creative spark now. You know what you're capable of. And when you know what you're capable of, when you know what power you hold, you can't play the victim anymore. Where did that come from? That's what I'm hearing. You cannot blame others if things don't work out, Sagittarius, because you now are very aware that you can make things happen. That you hold that power. Sorry, it's going to bug me if I don't line it up. And knowing that you hold that power to manifest, that you are the magician, you cannot any longer sit back and tell yourself the story that you don't get to have what you want because others are standing in your way. So this isn't for everyone, obviously. This is some really specific message coming through, and maybe it will speak to more than one or two of you. But what I'm really, really strongly hearing is what you're letting go isn't manifestation. It isn't this amazing clarity that you make your life happen, that what you do today creates your tomorrow. That is very valuable knowledge, and that's not going anywhere. What you are letting go are your excuses. What you need to shed is your old story that other people make or break you, because it's not true, and you know now that it's not true. You've had this great breakthrough, this revelation, and there's no going back. There's no going back to the story of, well, you know, everything would have been fine if they'd given me that promotion, but they didn't let me have it. No, it doesn't work anymore, Sagittarius. That's not a story you are going to allow yourself to tell yourself anymore, because you know it's not true. Let's, I don't know if I want to do any qualifiers there or not. Maybe we can look at the Wheel of Fortune and just see if there's any guidance from Spirit around the Wheel of Fortune for Sagittarius. It's the High Priestess coming out. Interesting. So what's the High Priestess saying about this Wheel of Fortune? I think that the sense I get here is that it's your intuition, it's your inner knowing that's shifting. Your inner knowing has made that wheel revolve. Your intuition and your connection to divine plays very heavily in your success, because you are tapping into that ability to manifest, which is also quite related to getting in touch with the divine. This is what that Wheel of Fortune moment is about. As the cycles are shifting and turning, you're able to sense it and to benefit from the positive aspects of that shift, because you are tapping into that ability within you to manifest. Do we want to look at anything else there? I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear. But let's look now at the next row. So the next row is speaking to your shift of perspective. Where are you focusing now? What's going to help you move along your path? What's going to help you progress your personal development? So we have the Daughter of Cups coming out. It's quite a pretty card. For this deck, that is a Page of Cups energy. And here we are seeing you're kind of dreaming. You're doing a lot of dreaming right now. Maybe when you're asleep, but definitely when you're awake. You're getting very in tune with your inner self, Sagittarius. You're starting to sense your intuition, the strength of it. You're really getting a sense that something new is breaking forward for you, that's coming out, not breaking, that's not the right word. Something is coming for you, like it's being born. Something new is being born. Not a baby, that's not what I'm talking about. It's a sense of feeling or a connection to divine, a knowing, a confidence in yourself. There's something here you're getting in touch with, and it has a lot to do with learning to love yourself again. You've been a little out of touch with that, I sense. It's here, the Son of Cups, so the Knight of Cups energy right next to the Page. And that's talking about, you're in a bit of an idealistic space right now, but that's not bad. You're following your heart, and the sense I get from Spirit is that you're on the right path. You're exactly on the right path to progress in your personal growth by embracing that feeling of self-love and moving forward, making decisions in your life following your heart more than your head. But then we have the Justice card, which is saying, no, don't forget, you can make decisions better, more well-rounded decisions by using your heart and your head. And there's a balancing there that's quite nice, coming out right in the center of your reading. That's mirroring, pardon me, that Ace of Swords energy, right? With this truth and clarity showing up again in the Justice card. There's a sense of understanding a little bit better cause and effect, which is a bit of a reflection of this. You are understanding cause and effect. You're understanding how your ability to manifest, your focus, your belief leads to your outcome. And this is sometimes called the karma card, right? It's that cause and effect relationship, and you're really clear on it now from what you're shedding. The experience you've been having, Sagittarius, has helped you to understand what you do impacts. What you do today, the decision you make today affects and creates your tomorrow. So that is sort of, how I had said, this is a lesson learned, and you're not leaving the lesson behind. this is reminding you that lesson goes with you. So though you're shedding the ability to deny that truth, the truth you are not shedding. The truth comes with you into your next phase. And this is a beautiful card, the Temperance card coming out next. Another major arcana in this row for you, telling me that October is going to be a pretty big month for you, Sagittarius. The Temperance card next to the Justice card is quite a nice effect. So you're clear now on the interaction of cause and effect. You're clear on how that works. And you're also starting to be more clear on how patience is sometimes a really excellent virtue. You're finding meaning where you didn't see it before. And you're also understanding that feeling needs to flow. So you have these two here, the self-love, deciding with your heart, and Temperance is adding a sort of a layer here to say part of what you're focusing on in October, Sagittarius, that's really useful and really important is that need for feeling to flow. So if you're not communicating, if you're not one who tends to want to say how you feel, what I'm sensing here is that part of the energy that's coming with you from what you're shedding, part of that understanding of cause and effect is this understanding that patience is important, but it is also very important for emotion to be allowed to flow. It's like liquid, like water or a river or a stream. When it does not flow, it becomes stagnant and less desirable. And it's really important now for you, I think, what I'm sensing from Spirit. Part of the lesson, part of the focus in October is around learning how you already understand that you can manifest. You already understand that you create your outcome. So add to that understanding the layer of knowing that emotions are meant to flow. They're not meant to be tied up, bottled up, constricted within yourself, or just written down somewhere and not shared. That's what I'm hearing. The next card, another major arcana, is the Tower, and it's reversed. So what are we getting from that with regard to your focus in October? It's that you're afraid of suffering. When it's upright, it can mean that there's some sudden upheaval, some disaster coming, many different things, depending on context. Here, I sense it's quite a nice card. I'm going to show it to you so you can see the artwork. I like that very much. But it's reversed in your reading. And what I'm seeing there is this sense of fear. Sorry about that. Obviously, I don't need to apologize. It's a siren. There's nothing I can do about that. There's a sense of fear. This is quite a big shift for you. Not only to love yourself, but to be vocal about it. That's petrifying, right? You're going to love yourself more. You're going to lead with your heart. You're going to make decisions with your heart. You're going to embrace this sense of cause and effect and how your actions and your focus and your ability to manifest are leading you forward. You're going to let emotion flow. You're going to share all of this with other people. You're going to actually Say out loud how you feel. Oh my God. So scary, right? That's not bad necessarily. Fear is there to warn us, right? To keep us safe. But many times fear is based on old conditioning, on lessons learned in the past that were perhaps faulty or perhaps just not a good fit for us and our now. And so acknowledge your fears as you're moving forward on your path. Thank them, because they're just trying to be helpful, right? They're just trying to keep you safe. And let them go. That's going to be your goal this month, I think, as you're getting more in touch with emotion, is to get past that fear of getting in touch with emotion. So let's see if we need to qualify anything or clarify. I always say qualify. I should look into that because I mean clarify. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Daughter of Cups. Let's see if Spirit's got anything to say about the Daughter of Cups for Sagittarius. Anything to say, Spirit, about the Daughter of Cups? The Sun. There's joy there. There's joy in letting yourself love yourself. There's a sense of very positive energy coming from that. And that's super important, because when we are trying to manifest, when we are manifesting, let's put it that way, when we are in that zone where manifestation of our dreams is possible and is happening and is real, it's because we have this exuberance, this joy, this positivity. We just see our future and we know it's ours. So I think that's what we have with regard to our clarification of the Daughter of Cups with the Sun. If you're able to tap into loving yourself, letting yourself have a resurgent feeling of self-love, then I think that that's really going to support you in your manifestations going forward. Let's look at the Justice card and see if there's any clarification from Spirit regarding the Justice card. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Four of Pentacles can be about kind of restricting yourself a little bit, conserving your resources, putting up your defenses to keep what's yours with you. And when it's reversed like that, I'm sensing here maybe a little bit of like you're owning it. You're taking ownership of the fact that you can do this, right? That essence of cause and effect, of karma, of your actions leading to your outcome. You're really owning it, is how I would read the Four of Pentacles reversed in that space there. And let's look at your fear for a minute. I know nobody wants to look at their fear too closely, but that's how we grow, looking at our fears. Let's look at the Tower reversed. Spirit, see if there's any further guidance for Sagittarius. Seven of Cups. Interesting. So a Seven of Cups energy in this context. You're looking for your purpose. Well, we understood that to begin with, right? But that's really what the Seven of Cups energy brings here. You're looking at options and choices. You're doing some daydreaming about which direction you want to go. And you're searching for meaning. It's a situation where you have, usually emotional situation, where you have many possible outcomes and you're considering your choices. So if we perceive this as you have many possible emotional reactions, let's look at it that way, that you have, in this case, many possible ways you could react to these changes in your life. And fear is one of them. And if you can shift your perspective to understand that context, fear is one option. You have 7. Or multiple. Let's just say multiple because we don't want to take the 7 too literally. But there are many ways to react to the situation instead of fear. You could feel elated. You could feel happy. You could feel fulfilled. There are many, many options besides fear. And I think that's the message we have from Spirit. I want to look now at the next row. And before we get into that, this is going to be looking at purpose, right? A little bit of guidance around your specific purpose. So if you find value in this message, and there's nothing in here that seems to relate to you, I want you to just leave this part out, okay? Some of you will know already what your purpose is. Some of you have no idea. Hopefully there'll be something of value for both camps in this next line of cards, but if there isn't, I want you to understand it's sort of a separate reading, okay? And there could be value here for you and just nothing here for you this month. But I wanted to make the readings a little longer so that we got kind of a bit more in depth than we are able to on a weekly basis. And so I'm adding this in. And the inquiry of Spirit here is some guidance regarding your purpose. So if you don't know what it is, maybe there's something here that helps you see what it is. If you know what it is, perhaps there's some guidance here on next steps or ways to look at things differently and how to progress with your purpose. So we have the Devil, and this can be about a sort of an addictive temperament, something about how you are proceeding with regard to your purpose may have taken on a habitual nature that's not really serving you so well anymore. It can also just mean playfulness. So there may just be joy and fun in your activities related to pursuing your purpose. We don't know yet. We'll have to look. We have the Empress energy coming in. This is a strong, it's financially sound. It can be, no, that's not it. I get the sense that this has to do with being present. Really letting yourself be in this moment. And that may not be how the card is always interpreted. That's the intuitive part of the intuitive tarot. What I'm sensing is that with regard to you pursuing your purpose, you've fallen into some habits. Maybe they served at one point, but they aren't anymore. You're doing things, the same way every time. And what Spirit's telling me right now is that if you want to progress and actually fulfill your purpose, you need to be present right in this moment. And you need to break some of the ways that these aren't bad. It's not evil. It's not wrong. It's just it's like a set of methods or a purpose, like a process, maybe related to proposals. I don't know. That's the PR sound. It seems almost like you have a set way, steps 1 through 5, that you always follow in trying to progress whatever it is that you do with regard to purpose. And it's the guidance this month from Spirit is to just be here now. Focus on right now, this moment. Keep yourself open to making a different choice. Because the 2 of Swords is about making choices, some indecision. Perhaps there's a stalemate in some situation. Whoever this is for, the guidance is if you want to take that next step forward, and really start fulfilling your purpose in this life, you have to make some sort of difficult decision. And the way you're going to do that is by focusing right now. Meditation can be helpful for that. You know, to just make some time to sit and listen to yourself and your thought process, to be open to signs and synchronicities from the universe. Guides appear in a million different ways every day. And what's needed right now for you to move forward is this difficult choice. And doing things the way you always do them is not going to get you where you're hoping to be. I'll do just one clarifying card there. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I think it's pretty clear what the message from Spirit is there. But let's just give Spirit an opportunity to give us a little more guidance if she would wish. I say she. I shouldn't genderize, but I'm a she, so I think of she. But let's see. Spirit doesn't have a gender. Do we have anything further? Any guidance? I don't know why I called Spirit she. That's what it feels like today for me. I'm going to apologize if that offended anyone, just because it was not my intention. I think that may be it. Our clarifying cards are an 8 of Swords and a 9 of Swords. So, with regard to this decision and the process of making it, our clarifying guidance is that you are sort of trapping yourself because you're afraid of consequences. You don't want to make that decision because you're afraid of the consequences. And it's making you feel really tense. So that brings me back to your useful guidance for the month with regard to how do you make progress. You trust yourself. You love yourself. You trust what you have learned, which is that you can manifest your future. And you look at your fear objectively and think about the other ways you could react emotionally. So I forget who it was I was reading recently, but someone was talking about how when you feel afraid, you have a very specific set of physiological responses, Sagittarius. Maybe your palms sweat, you get short of breath, you feel hot on your cheekbones, whatever it is for you. You have this set of reactions in your body when you're afraid. And if you think about it, you have that same set of reactions when you're really excited. And so it becomes a matter of retraining your mind. When you start to feel those physiological responses of fear, tell yourself you're excited. Tell yourself any of these other emotions besides fear are starting to visit you. And that will help you, I think, when you're trying to make a difficult decision. You're trying to just be open to knowledge coming and not falling back to your habit and pattern during October. I'm going to do one oracle card for you, and then we'll wrap this up. It's the Magic of You Oracle, Fiona Horn. The art is done by Marcella Bolivar. See her there. I've just started working with these cards. I'm liking them, and I'll probably do a video on them at some point. But for now, we're just going to pull one card for Sagittarius for October and just see what we got. And then we'll wrap this up for the day. Oh, that is actually, I didn't shuffle. I apologize. Let me do that again. I'm going to just do this, and if you're meant to have that exact same card that Scorpio got, then it'll come out again. But for now, I just want to, sorry, I know that's probably loud on the microphone. Oh, I've got a lot of sorries in me today for you, Sagittarius. I don't know why. I guess it's that tough love messaging. I'm trying to balance it out. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you have. Some oracle guidance for October before we wrap this video. You have tangibility. Make your dreams real. So again, we're on that manifestation focus. I'm going to read the book for you. It's number 32. I'll give you a good look at the card before I put this down to read the book. She's got a bird. Her eyes are covered. Make your dreams real. Number 32. Is your head in the clouds? Are you feeling floaty and ephemeral? Lofty states of being are best appreciated when we are grounded. Earth's animals are our teachers. When we float in life so long that we feel directionless or confused, they show us the way to practical action in the physical plane. Animals live authentic lives and do not claim to be anything other than they are. Just hold that up for you again. Consider the qualities of different animals. What are you drawn to in this current moment? The lessons you need and the best action to take lies in connections you recognize. The unconditional love and joy of a dog, the shedding skin of a rebirthing snake, the sensuous purring of a cat, the chrysalis transformation of a butterfly. To find the answers you seek, it is time for animal connections and communion. The girl of tangibility comes to know her dreams as possible as the bird alights on her crown and butterflies kiss her shoulders. The clouds of illusion part, and she can see her dreams made real by communing with her animal companions. So that's what we have for you this month, Sagittarius. I hope you have a fantastic October, and we'll see you in the weeklies, or we'll see you here next month. Blessings.